Ladies and gentlemen, may I please have your attention? Please have your tickets in hand before you board the plane. Thank you.
Hello and welcome. I'm Johan Castell and you're watching Wings. On the show today, we cover Hushpitality, a trend on the rise in India. And how tourists flock to Kashmir's Dal Lake, even as the region struggles with its freshwater lakes. We also cover the unique wedding festival in North Macedonia. Let's begin. Luxury once meant infinity pools, lavish suites and five-star service. Today, more travelers are searching for something far simpler: silence. From the mountains of Himachal Pradesh to the banks of the Ganga and the forests of Uttarakhand, a growing number of travelers choose holidays where the loudest sound is nature itself. The trend even has a name: Hushpitality.
It's a travel movement built around one simple idea: escaping the constant noise of modern life. Instead of packed itineraries and crowded attractions, travelers are looking for slower days, quieter surroundings, and destinations where they can truly switch off. Industry reports suggest that by next year, more than half of the travelers will choose holidays primarily to rest and recharge rather than to tick off sightseeing lists. And India is seeing that shift. Peaceful destinations such as Dharamshala, Rishikesh and Uttarkashi are attracting travelers looking for mindfulness, mountain walks, riverside retreats, and time away from crowded tourist hotspots. For many, the destination itself is only part of the appeal. The real attraction is the quiet. Experts say constant exposure to traffic, notifications, and city noise has made silence an increasingly valuable commodity. Studies have linked quieter environments with lower stress levels, improved sleep, and better mental well-being. As a result, hotels and retreats are beginning to design experiences where tranquility becomes the main attraction. Instead of entertainment schedules, they offer yoga, meditation, forest walks, spa therapies, and spaces designed simply for reflection. Around the world, destinations are embracing the same philosophy. Jordan's vast Wadi Rum Desert, Ecuador's Zabalo River Wilderness, Quiet Park, and Haleakala Crater in Hawaii all have become sought-after escapes where natural soundscapes replace the constant buzz of everyday life. Even luxury hotels are recognizing that exclusivity isn't always about adding more. Sometimes it's about taking things away. Less noise, less distraction, less urgency. Back in India, boutique retreats and secluded villas are responding to the same demand. Whether nestled among vineyards, overlooking forests, or hidden beside quiet beaches, many are placing privacy, space, and stillness at the heart of the guest experience. It's a shift that reflects changing priorities among travelers, especially those looking to return from a holiday feeling rested rather than exhausted. Silence may be free, but finding it has never been more valuable. As travelers increasingly trade busy sightseeing schedules for slower, more mindful escapes, Hushpitality is proving that the greatest luxury isn't always what you add to a holiday. Sometimes it's what you leave behind.
There are few travel experiences in India as timeless as a shikara ride on Srinagar's Dal Lake. Every day, colorful wooden boats glide across its calm waters, passing floating gardens, houseboats, and markets, all set against the snow-capped Himalayas. For millions of visitors, it's the postcard image of Kashmir. But beneath the beauty, one of the valley's greatest natural treasures faces growing pressure. A visit to Dal Lake is at the heart of almost every trip to Kashmir, from sunrise rides through floating vegetable markets to peaceful evening cruises. The lake has welcomed generations of travelers seeking a slower pace of life. It's also a lifeline for thousands of local families. Shikara operators, houseboat owners, fishermen, artisans and floating market vendors all depend on the lake for their livelihoods. Yet preserving this remarkable ecosystem has become an increasingly complex challenge. I visited Dal Lake in 2020 and learned of the problem with water lilies. It seems like the problem with Kashmir's lakes have only gotten worse since then. Untreated sewage, invasive weeds, plastic waste and encroachment are placing pressure on the lake. Despite these challenges, teams of workers head onto the water every day, removing weeds that quickly overwhelm large sections of the lake.
The water is so polluted that we're afraid to touch it with our bare hands. We wear gloves because otherwise our hands develop allergies.
The work never really stops. Fresh weeds continue to grow, while drains and streams carrying waste into the lake make restoration an ongoing effort. Dal Lake is one of the few lakes in Kashmir receiving continuous restoration work. To help fix this problem, people from near and far are doing their bit to help.
I feel we have to make Kashmir paradise again, because it has lost a lot of its charm due to all this waste everywhere. Not only in the lakes, also on the streets, in the mountains, in the forests, wherever you go, there's waste.
In fact, I met Janat Patlu, a young environmentalist, back in 2020, and she is still, to this day, fighting to clean up Dal Lake.
We looked at a dumping spot with garbage over here. I noticed this for the first time. The Jammu and Kashmir Lake Conservation and Management Authority services are rare. They either come once a month or don't come at all. So I want them to increase their service of this area, not just in the Dal Lake area, but also the surrounding areas. Before, we gave dustbins to every houseboat owner, but now they don't get services in this area, so this place is deteriorating.
Yet the challenges extend well beyond Srinagar. Government data shows hundreds of natural lakes across Kashmir have either disappeared or shrunk over the past several decades, highlighting the growing importance of protecting those that remain. For environmental experts, safeguarding Kashmir's lakes isn't just about conservation, it's about protecting the region's future.
70% of our economy is directly or indirectly dependent on water-related sectors, be it agriculture, be it horticulture, be it tourism, be it hydropower production. And we are bestowed with a lot of lakes, alpine lakes as well as valley lakes.
Tourism has become one of Kashmir's strongest economic engines, and many of its most celebrated experiences revolve around water.
If you do not have Dal Lake or leather in Pahalgam, who will come to visit us? I mean, say, most of the tourist attractions that we have in Kashmir are also water dependent.
The impact is already being felt beyond tourism.
Earlier, even someone with no fishing experience could catch several kilograms of fish. Today, even skilled fishermen struggle to catch 1 kilogram.
Back on Dal Lake, however, the story visitors experience remains one of extraordinary beauty. And when it's hot and humid in the rest of India, tourists flock to beautiful Kashmir.
We are having so much fun here. We've enjoyed it a lot. The weather is amazing.
I really loved exploring this place. Kashmir is so beautiful. I absolutely loved it.
Protecting these lakes isn't simply about preserving nature. It's about ensuring that one of Kashmir's most iconic travel experiences continues to inspire future generations. For visitors, a shikara ride lasts only an hour or two, but for the people who call these lakes home, keeping Dal Lake alive is a year-round journey, one that will help define the future of tourism in Kashmir for decades to come. Some weddings celebrate two people, others celebrate an entire community. High in the mountains of North Macedonia, one village hosts a wedding unlike any other. Complete with ceremonial gunshots, a horseback bridal procession, centuries-old rituals and traditional dances. The Galichnik Wedding Festival is a remarkable celebration of love, heritage and the enduring spirit of a community. Take a look. In the remote mountain village of Galichnik in North Macedonia, wedding season begins with the crack of a ceremonial gunshot. Every July, the village comes alive for the Galichnik Wedding Festival, a spectacular celebration of centuries-old traditions centered around the feast of St. Peter's Day. Here, Martina and Alexander are the lucky couple chosen to be married in the traditional ceremony, continuing customs that have been passed down through generations. In fact, Alexander's own parents were married here during the festival in 1991.
It is a very powerful feeling for me. I grew up with the stories, photographs and videos from my parents' wedding in 1991. 35 years ago, shortly after the independence of the Republic of Macedonia.
The celebrations begin with one of the wedding's most symbolic rituals. Surrounded by singing villagers dressed in richly embroidered traditional costumes, the groom is shaved by his best man, using a straight razor. The ceremony is believed to mark the groom's transition into married life. Soon after, the bride makes a dramatic entrance on horseback, accompanied by musicians, dancers and villagers, as the sound of traditional folk music echoes through the mountain valley.
It holds great sentimental value for me. I grew up here and I feel fulfilled.
It's very interesting. I love the dresses and everyone is very welcoming, so we're having so much fun.
As the vows conclude, the village bursts into dance. Women perform the elegant bride's dance, while the men take to the square for the teskoto, or the hard dance, a powerful performance that honors the resilience and sacrifices of generations who left home to support their families, ensuring Galichnik's traditions would endure. Some of France's most spectacular medieval castles could soon join the UNESCO World Heritage list. But if they do, they'll be recognized under a new name that's already stirring debate. The famous Cathar castles of southern France are instead being nominated as the royal fortresses of Languedoc, a title historians say better reflects the remarkable fortification visitors see today.
Perched high above the rugged landscapes of Aude and Ariège, these dramatic hilltop castles have long captured the imagination of travelers. The UNESCO nomination brings together 7 medieval fortresses alongside the iconic castle and ramparts of Carcassonne as a single defensive network built during the 13th and 14th centuries. For generations, these sites have been known as the Cathar castles because they were linked to the Cathars, a Christian movement declared heretical by the Catholic Church during the Albigensian Crusade. But historians say the imposing walls, towers and battlements standing today were largely built after that conflict. Following the Crusade, the French crown rebuilt many of these strategic strongholds, creating a chain of royal fortresses to defend the kingdom's southern frontier with the Kingdom of Aragon.
The places where Cathar communities lived disappeared. They were demolished by the royal authorities and replaced by the fortresses we see today.
That historical distinction lies at the heart of the UNESCO nomination. Supporters argue that calling them the royal fortresses of Languedoc more accurately reflects their architecture and military purpose. Not everyone agrees. Many locals say removing the word Cathar risks overlooking a defining chapter in the region's history and identity. A petition opposing the change has attracted thousands of signatures.
Some people felt we were trying to erase Catharism, but that's not the case. Here at Montségur and at the other sites, we'll always tell that story because it's forever part of our history.
Qu'est le catharisme, qui restera à jamais gravé dans notre pays.
Beyond the debate, the UNESCO bid also aims to secure the future of these remarkable monuments. Centuries of exposure to wind and weather continue to take their toll on the medieval stonework.
World Heritage status doesn't bring UNESCO funding, but it helps support long-term conservation because these monuments deteriorate very quickly.
Local communities also hope global recognition will bring renewed tourism to villages that have seen visitor numbers steadily decline.
Recognition is about acknowledging exceptional heritage, but also giving new life to these rural areas and helping shape their future.
For communities surrounding these fortresses, that renewed interest couldn't come at a better time.
Back in 1995, the castle welcomed around 92,000 visitors. Today we're struggling to reach 50,000.
Whether travelers know them as the Cathar castles or the royal fortresses of Languedoc, these spectacular strongholds remain among France's most impressive medieval landmarks. The UNESCO World Heritage Committee is expected to announce its decision on July 26th, a moment that could give these dramatic castles and the communities that surround them a new chapter in their long history.
Looking for a souvenir that lasts a lifetime? In London, some visitors are swapping postcards and fridge magnets for something a little more permanent.
High above the city, inside one of the iconic London Eye capsules, tourists are getting tattooed while taking in panoramic views of the British capital. For one day only, the famous observation wheel teamed up with tattoo studio The London Social to create what organizers say is the world's first rotating tattoo studio.
I'm so anxious. I'm in an enclosed space, but this is the best way to be anxious about getting a tattoo. So 100% worth it.
The London Eye has welcomed more than 85 million visitors since opening in 2000, and this latest experience taps into a growing travel trend, collecting tattoos instead of traditional souvenirs. Guests could choose from a selection of London-inspired fine-line flash tattoos, featuring designs such as Big Ben, the London Eye, the King's Guard, black cabs, and even a classic cup of tea.
It doesn't feel real just yet. I think maybe when we're on the ground and I have a new tattoo on my arm, it'll feel real.
For the tattoo artists, it was an experience unlike any other.
It's a permanent memory, you know, all the flashes of London, so you can take that back with you if you're from another country, for example, like my comment was. And yeah, it's just something you always remember London by.
Each capsule takes just 30 minutes to complete a full rotation, meaning every tattoo had to be finished before the ride returned to the ground. Fortunately, the smooth journey meant there were no unexpected bumps to spoil the artwork.
So happy with it. I feel like we should go around again.
I know. Do another one.
To save time, guests were shaved, prepped, and fitted with their tattoo stencils before boarding. In total, just 32 people secured a place for the one-day event.
Well, like 3 years ago I got my first tattoo in Vegas, and now it's just like, just do it for the plot, do you know what I mean? So I was like, why not? I thought it'd be quite cool, do you know what I mean? See everything from up there and also get a tattoo. It's silly fun, innit, really, do you know what I mean?
From afternoon tea in the sky to this high-altitude tattoo parlor, the London Eye continues to reinvent the sightseeing experience. This time, visitors left with more than just spectacular views. They took home a lasting piece of London itself.
Marvelous bridges, roaring waterfalls, dazzling light shows, Lego theme parks and much more. China continues to attract millions of visitors every year with its diverse landscapes, rich culture and modern architecture. Let's take a look.
Stretching across nearly 9.6 million square kilometers, China is the world's fourth largest country and one of its most diverse travel destinations. With scenic waterfalls, tranquil rivers, unique amusement parks, futuristic cities and ancient heritage sites, the country offers a variety of attractions for every traveler. Every year, millions of tourists visit China to explore its rich culture, breathtaking landscapes and diverse attractions. This summer, visitors are once again flocking to some of the country's most spectacular tourist destinations. As temperatures continue to soar, the Qipu River in East China's Anhui province has become a favorite summer escape for tourists. Surrounded by lush green mountains, visitors enjoy a unique stand-up paddleboarding experience along the calm river in the peaceful and natural scenery. The river holds historical significance as it inspired the Tang dynasty poet Li Bai's famous 17 Songs of Qipu. At the Huajiang Grand Canyon in southwest China's Guizhou province, one of the country's newest engineering marvels attracts visitors from around the world. The Huajiang Grand Canyon Bridge, recognized by Guinness World Records as the world's tallest bridge, rises 626 meters above the Beipan River. It also holds the record for the world's longest steel truss suspension bridge with a main span of 1,420 meters. Since opening to traffic last year, the bridge has become one of China's fastest growing tourist attractions, drawing more than 1.3 million visitors.
The bridge is so high and so long. I heard it's even taller than the Eiffel Tower. When I actually stood on it, I could really feel how high it was, and the wind was very strong too. Looking down through the glass floor, I truly felt its height for the first time. It made me quite scared.
The people here are very warm and welcoming. When I visited the Huajiang Grand Canyon Bridge, I thought the scenery was stunning. It made me reluctant to leave. I took lots of photos. I really like it here.
As night fell over Xiamen in Fujian province, the city's century-old waterfront hub, Heping Pier, transformed into a stage of dazzling light during an aurora-themed light show. Glowing shades of blue, green and purple illuminated the waterfront, creating the illusion of the northern lights, while dance performances entertained visitors, turning the historic pier into one of the city's newest nighttime attractions. In the Shanxi province of northern China, the Hukou waterfall on the Yellow River entered its summer flood season. Increased upstream rainfall and regulated releases from reservoirs boosted the river's flow, exceeding 1,800 cubic meters per second. The main and secondary waterfalls merged, creating a spectacular view for tourists eager to witness one of China's most magnificent natural wonders. Meanwhile, in Shanghai, families and Lego fans flocked to Legoland Shanghai Resort, which celebrated its first anniversary. The theme park welcomed an impressive 2 million visitors in its first year of operations, featuring interactive rides, giant Lego sculptures, themed attractions, and entertainment zones. The resort established itself as one of Shanghai's most popular family destinations.
That's all we have for you on the show this week, but we return with more next weekend. Until then, it's me, Johan Castell, signing off. Goodbye.